I feel the power surge through me like an electric current.
Hey yo, what's happening, YouTube? I thought I'd come out here into this goddamn wind. You hear that wind? I thought I'd come out here and make a kind of a movie for you. I don't know about what, because I've got nothing much to say, which is a lie. I thought I'd expand, elaborate on the Mad Thoughts video from before. I mean, I was sure that I was the only kid in Britain who remembered the Mad Thoughts from Fist of Fun circa 1990, but that's a negatory, because no sooner had I posted the thing than I got Q-mailed by this little hipster guy, kind of a friend of a friend, Franco, and it turns out there's a vibrant Mad Thoughts scene, and I said, what, eh? And this guy just invited me to the Longman Den, 11 PM Tuesday, where monthly they hold Mad Thought offs in the style of, the 8 Mile style wrap-off championships. And I was phased, but at the same time I thought, why not? Tuesday into Wednesday, Fiona was away filming Antiques Roadshow in Devon, and I just thought, yeah, I mean, I've got this new technique for jet lag, so I just went for it. I got to the club bang on 11, and I was intrigued. It's like when you see celebs in real life, only there's some kind of weird nuance in the way they wear their own little hipster clothes, and there's not a camera within a 5-mile radius like Entourage. And I saw the guy who plays Django Fett. You can't mistake him. In fact, he looked straight at me and his face was like, and I saw Elijah Wood and Asia Argento, and they just stood back and reverently listened in this little club as people clambered up on stage, each little weirdo, and they hunched up and just read out or recited their own little Mad Thoughts. I mean, to win, it depended how much the crowd gasped. Admittedly, there were some insanely mad thoughts, but I got to about midnight and I was pretty impressed. And then Franco turned to me and said, "You and me, Mad Thought off, let's go." I told him, I had nothing prepared, to which he gave me this sort of scrunched up expression and just said, "Come on." So I climbed up on stage, my little heart was beating, and just the sight of Asia Argento staring at me, and I thought, I'm going to have to do this thing. And I thought, should I start off with a big grand Mad Thought, or keep it subtle, gentle? I just had to measure what this den of LA hipsters could deal with. But in the end I thought, bring out the big guns, shock and awe. And I told them about how in my life I'd just been looking up into this clear blue sky, and I saw one of those really high up jets just looking like a teeny tiny grey speck with a vapour trail. But I had the mad thought of, what if it wasn't a jet plane but the airborne coffin of Steve Jobs orbiting the Earth, and when they bring it down in like the year 2500 whatever, they'll probably conclude from his snide expression that he's some kind of exiled General Zod supervillain. The crowd, I'll be honest, they were underwhelmed. And then Franco got up on stage and he said, "What if dogs like bones and sticks so much because they've got like this primitive religious idea they can collect enough bones and sticks and make a skeleton, and after that they can make a whole person, and when they chew sticks they're actually trying to whittle them down into the shape of, an ankle bone or something, And they like sausages because they can be used as intestinal tracts. Even though it wasn't as good as mine, the crowd lapped that up. I mean, I got back up on stage again and I said, sausages. But no one bloody understood, did they? And I just thought, that's it. Next up, all the while glancing out at Ace Argento, I just gave them the mad thought of what if Dara O'Brien, the comedian, was actually an experiment by the Bilderberg Illuminati group, where nothing he ever says is funny, and he's not fit for purpose. But if the public accept this, they'll also accept a totally redundant, useless government. It was only after I finished saying this mad thought that I realised that no one in LA knows who Dara O'Brien is, and I got a defeated feeling in my guts. It was pretty bad, and we went through the next few rounds, but it wasn't looking good. Franco's final mad thought, he talked about when he was playing GTA, and he concentrates so hard on that game that the concentration might go through the astral plane and into another dimension where a real guy is controlled by our joypad, and he goes around speeding cars and snipering yuppies and killing prozzies for real. Well, all bets were off, because I started to wonder if Franco wasn't just hustling me the whole time. I didn't know what these LA people wanted from Mad Thoughts. I mean, it was like, because poetry is a dead genre, Mad Thoughts had replaced them, and I was just totally out of my depth. I'm no beatnik, but I thought for my final Mad Thought, I am going to try my best. And Django Fett just staring at me, I wasn't bothered. I told them about the time when Fiona and I were first playing the Tulpa, and we consulted this child care specialist because Fiona was nervous that we might be bad parents. I remember the child care expert said, look, if you worry about being a bad parent, that automatically proves that you're a good parent. And I just had the mad thought of what if, by that logic, you could just get a magic marker and write on your baby's forehead, I have bad parents, and then an invisible force field would protect it no matter what happened to it. Like you could drop it off a balcony or try and get a fox to eat it, and there was just silence, and I just had to sidle my way out of the place. Everyone staring at me, Asia Argento looking away. It wasn't that bad, because a few doors along there was this form of sex dungeon where they just play Mallet's Mallet all night. Tom Green was the compere. It was brilliant. I won 3-2 against Lana Del Rey. It was weird and intimate. She's got a powerful stare.